You hear Beaujolais, and what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably a giant worldwide party, right? Well, what if I told you that party wine is just the tip of the iceberg? Today, we're going to uncork the real story of Beaujolais.
Okay, so let's start with something you probably already know. Picture this. It's the third Thursday in November. All over the world, from Tokyo to Toronto, people are popping corks and celebrating the release of one specific wine. Any idea what it is?
Yep, you got it. It's Beaujolais Nouveau. This stuff is legendary for being the world's fastest wine. I mean, it goes from grape on the vine to bottle in your hand in just a few weeks. It's all about being super fruity, super fun. It's a total global party in a bottle.
But, and this is the big secret, that famous party wine, it's just the opening act. The real story, the one we're diving into today, is so much deeper, way more complex, and honestly, a whole lot more exciting.
So the easiest way to get your head around Beaujolais is to think of it like a pyramid. We're going to climb it together, starting at the base with some simple, fun wines, and working our way all the way up to the really serious stuff at the top.
First things first, where in the world are we? Beaujolais is this awesome little wine region in France, tucked right under its super famous neighbor, Burgundy. Now you know Burgundy, that's the kingdom of Pinot Noir, right? Well, Beaujolais has its own king, its own hero grape, and that grape is the key to everything.
Okay, so this pyramid basically lays it all out for us. At the bottom, you've got your basic Beaujolais AOC. Think fun, fruity, easy drinking stuff. Then you take a step up to Beaujolais villages. Here, things get a little more complex, a little more interesting, because the grapes come from better spots. But the real prize, the thing we're building up to, is at the very top, the 10 crus. And these aren't just names on a map. They are the absolute best of the best. This is where Beaujolais stops being a party and starts getting really serious.
So what's the big difference? Why is a basic Beaujolais so different from one of those top-tier crus? Well, it boils down to two things, two big secrets, the grape and the ground it grows in.
Let's meet the star of the show, Gamay. This is the grape of Beaujolais. Fun fact, it's actually a cousin of Pinot Noir, but it has its own unique vibe. It's naturally high in zingy acidity but low in those mouth-drying tannins. The result? These incredibly bright, energetic wines that just explode with fresh red fruit flavors like cherry and raspberry.
Okay, the other secret is the soil. And you've got to pay attention here because this is a huge deal. The region is pretty much split in two. Down south, you've got a lot of clay and limestone soils. That's where you get those lighter, fruitier wines. But in the north, oh man, that's where the magic is. The soil up there is this ancient pinkish granite. It makes the vines really struggle, and that struggle creates grapes with so much more concentration and flavor. This granite is what gives the top wines their structure and that amazing mineral quality. So where do you think all 10 of the top crus are? Yep, you guessed it. All of them are in the granite-filled north.
All right, there's one more piece to this puzzle, and it's a pretty cool winemaking trick called carbonic maceration. So instead of squishing the grapes right away, they toss the whole grape bunches into a big tank filled with CO2. What happens is the fermentation actually starts inside each individual grape. It's kind of wild. And what this does is pull out all these bright, fruity flavors and a ton of color, but almost none of those bitter tannins. This is the secret weapon behind that classic, super juicy, easy-to-drink Beaujolais Nouveau style.
Okay, we've made the climb. We are at the top of the pyramid. It is time to meet the 10 crus. This is the absolute peak of Beaujolais. So forget everything you think you know about that party wine. These are serious, world-class wines with their own unique personalities.
10. That's the magic number. 10 specific villages, and each one makes a totally unique style of wine from that Gamay grape. In fact, they're so special that they are their own appellations. You wouldn't even see Beaujolais on the label of these bottles. Just the name of the village, like Morgon or Fleury. That's how you know you've got the good stuff.
And this is a huge difference from Nouveau, which you're supposed to drink right away. The Crus, oh, they're built to age. When they're young, sure, they're delicious and fruity, but give them a few years and they transform. That bright fruitiness turns into these incredible, savory, earthy, spicy flavors. It really shows you what Gamay is capable of.
And the crazy thing is how different they all are. Just look at these three. You've got Fleury, which is known for being super elegant, almost perfumed with flowers, amazing with something like roast chicken. Then you've got something like Morgon, which is way more powerful, full of deep cherry flavor. It can totally stand up to a burger or a hearty stew. And then you've got the king, Moulin à Vent. This one is a powerhouse. It's the most structured, the most age-worthy. You can pair this with a serious steak.
And that right there is the whole point of the cruise. They prove that Gamay is not a one-note grape. It can be delicate and floral, or it can be a total beast. It has this incredible range, and it all just depends on that little patch of granite it grew on.
Okay, so let's wrap this all up. What do you need to remember? Number 1, Beaujolais is so much more than Nouveau. Please remember that. Number 2, think of that pyramid. Beaujolais, Beaujolais Villages, and the 10 crus at the top. The secret sauce? It's always Gamay on granite. And maybe the best part of all, Cru Beaujolais is one of the biggest bargains in the wine world. Seriously, you're getting complexity and quality that can hang with famous French wines, but for a fraction of the cost.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. When you think about the incredible quality, the amazing variety, and the unbelievable value hiding behind that whole party wine thing, you have to ask, right? Is Beaujolais the best kept secret in French wine? I don't know. Maybe it is. Something to think about next time you're looking for a great bottle of red. Thanks for digging into this with me.